We're diving once more into the Dark, the Grey, and the Dead, my Starfinder homebrew campaign. We are missing someone who will hopefully be turning up shortly, but we do have Mr. Bloom, who will be playing Mr. Fuzzy. And blah blah blah. Yeah. Does anybody want to give the recap of what happened last time?
We done literally almost died.
Well, a more in-depth.
It's been a while.
So,
last episode, I believe our character went to complete an AI training wherein we managed to excel at the tasks given and receive several A+. Some of us may have even, earned an A++. After completing said, our intrepid heroes found that there was no air, and for those of us who could not breathe it, were in quite a bit of a sticky wicket. Fortunately, we managed to don our protective armors that would give us oxygen, and then went off to go discover why the space station we were in was in such disarray, only to find ourselves accosted by undead revenants who then almost killed us. After a very tough battle, we sequestered ourselves to exits and tried to take a rest, at the end of which we were interrupted as both doors leading to our small chamber opened.
and just one door.
Reminding us that there was, in fact, a vehement presence in the... I think that was most of it.
That was about it. The only thing was only the doors heading inside. The doors leading outside are still closed. Otherwise, because we discussed that at the end of last session, because if it was the other way around, you'd be getting swarmed by the tons of zombies that Oni
are out there.
Spawned in.
Thank you so much, by the way, Matt, for making our lives so much harder.
Yeah, but now you got a rat. You guys are good.
That's right.
Speaking of which, looks like we have a bit of trouble.
We have trouble.
Yes, the doors are open.
Oh god, I forgot what it was.
Oh dear.
Well, that's not good.
I've heard about the guy that was here controlling all the undead.
I believe we all did.
So, what would we like to do about it?
Well, we don't have much of a choice. If we stay here and just wait around, we'll eventually die. Might as well face it head on and hope that we survive.
Okay.
In that moment, you guys hear a commotion from a room up the hallway and to your right. Mr. Fuzzy.
Yes?
So you have been on this space station for a couple days now. You were enlisted into Starfinder a couple months before, and you were going through training to become a Star Wanderer, which is a new unit that was intended to go out beyond the known realm or known worlds to discover new worlds, new races, and whatnot. You were on this station, which is a moon, when about a day and a half ago, you guys got the sensors that there was a large freighter ship breaking orbit. And as you guys tried to hail it, you got no reply. And then the freighter crashed into the moon. When you guys sent a team out to try and figure out what happened, they were attacked and swarmed by undead, which soon made their way to the station. You have been hiding for some time in the station, and this morning, as you had dozed off on your watch, you are assaulted by an undead.
Lovely.
So do you see yourself on the map?
I do.
Alright. Now, if I could have everybody please roll me initiative.
So soon.
Well, we are stuck in a base full of unnatural creatures.
I believe they're undead. Not unnatural, just dead. Well, undead.
I think
And I have been sworn to kill them.
Damn it.
So if we are going to do exactly that, we are going to kill them.
Yes, of course we'll kill them.
So what am I rolling?
Initiative. Oh, right.
It's under other statistics.
Yes, Mr. Foley, if you would not mind playing tutor this evening.
Of course. Okay, so, Bloom,
Yeah.
click on your guy first. Click on Mr. Fuzzy. Have you clicked on Mr. Fuzzy?
Mr. Fuzzy has been clicked.
Alright, open your character sheet.
Character sheet is open.
Scroll down until you get to other statistics.
Found it.
Click initial. There you go.
Alright. So, Mr. Fuzzy, though you were caught off guard, you do have the advantage over this undead. So I'm going to give you 1 round to attack. He attacks back, and then the rest of the group will jump in. So, this is basically your quick tutorial on how to not die. Mr. Foley?
Don't get hit, avoid at all costs, and if you don't have a melee weapon, do not stand at melee range.
Noted.
And also...
Also, they hit like trucks. We have grab boots on, so we can climb up walls. We can, I believe you should still also have a jump jet, so you can also float.
if you
So
have that in your inventory, then yes.
I don't know if we all have jump jets. I thought those were attached to armor. I'm not 100%.
No. Those
No?
can
Okay.
be attached to armor.
That was it.
I
If
believe
you have-
Zoe has one.
Yes.
So does
But-
Entum.
We do have yeah. Also, there's two types of AC in this game. Energy, like anything like laser based, goes up with your EAC, which is your energy AC. And everything else goes off of KAC, kinetic. So, yeah. Also, I don't know what combat maneuvers are.
Combat
Yeah, I think-
maneuvers are special attacks that are basically like attempting to bum rush someone or trip someone up. Basically doing damage and also
being an asshole.
yeah, being an asshole without having an ability for it, like trick attack or something like that.
Okay. Did I cover everything that we needed?
Basically,
For the
whichever
exception of how to do it.
how to do
um,
it. Go to your weapon. Did you not get his weapon set up fully?
We have his weapon set up. Oh, I never explained that part.
All
All
right,
right, for
okay.
fighting. I forgot that part. For fighting, this is actually important. You, of course, you have a pistol, is what we selected for you. Yes, you have a laser pistol. You can stand at range with that. To attack with that. So you would just scroll down to your weapons real quick.
I'm there.
You see that little weird ass dice looking thing? Click it.
Click E.
Boom, that's how you attack, and that's probably going to be one of the best rolls. I don't know what the 80 charges per is. That's probably something I typed that I don't remember. It's probably for your clip. No, wait. We're deleting that. Anyways, I remember what that was for.
EAC, that does hit. As this skeletal hand reaches down underneath the desk you were hiding under, it grabs your leg and starts to pull you out. You immediately just pull your pistol out and just blast its jaw off. As it stumbles backwards, you have the ability to pull yourself out and stand up before it comes in to charge at you. And does a 16 hit your KAC?
Your K.
Your kick.
That is found. Your CAC. Your 3-inch CAC. Anyways, your KC is found near the top. It will be underneath armor class.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay, good. And answer is yes, it hits him.
It does. So as this thing claws at your face, please take 7 points of stamina damage. So with you have stamina points and you have health points. You basically take stamina damage until it's 0, and then after that you take health damage. Health is harder to get back than stamina. Stamina can basically be rested back. Health takes a little bit longer.
How many points did I just take?
7.
Fantastic.
Oh, hey, we never... Oh, crap. I gotta fix some stuff real quick.
What are you, Solarian?
Yeah. I forgot to do all his health stuff and stamina stuff. on 7 max, but
Yeah.
I forgot to have it set in the max,
Um,
and I forgot how to do that.
you have to go through the book. Do you have that on hand fully?
I have it on hand. Continue.
Okay. So yeah, it'll do 7 damage. Fully, just minus that from the maximum stamina.
Okay.
And then
Know what he's at.
at that, it is Intim. You are up.
How many?
Mouse died. Great.
We're gonna move it up. We're trying to shoot.
And that hits for 2 damage.
And we're going to the drone move up. And that's my turn.
Alright. Ms. Zoe.
Also, that should have been a 6.
Ah. It is my turn. I do believe space movement. That's something set up. No. Okay. So I can forfeit a standard action for another movement, right?
Yeah. That's running.
Okay. Yeah, so Zoe's gonna run. I do believe it is double people though.
You can go underneath the drone.
Yeah,
No.
he's floating 10 feet above the ground.
There we go. And that will be my turn.
Alright. And Mr. Fuzzy, it is back on to you. So.
Okie dokie. How is it that I move exactly?
Just drag your picture.
Yeah.
You have a certain amount of movement speed, which is based off of each box, being 5 feet.
Yeah, he's kind of generous with our movements, so.
When you do move away from combat, out of melee range, that does invoke an attack of opportunity from anyone in melee.
Unless you make a guarded step, which
Unless
is
you
5.
unless you make a guarded step, which is stepping just 5 feet away.
Which is late.
So like that?
Yep. Or you could move at the diagonal. But either way.
Alright. And I can attack from here?
When you take a guarded step, I believe that is using your action. I think.
Okay.
No,
Alright.
that's... Hold on real quick. I think it's different in this. It's not like 5e. Give me one moment. For now, I'll say you can get an attack in, and I'll check to be sure.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Okay. So roll?
Yep. Yeah, guarded step is a movement action, so you can still make a standard action, so you're good.
It still hit. Nice.
It hits, and you do 1 damage. So, how much damage do you do? 2? Okay.
2.
Alright.
Oh, I was like, damn.
Now.
Okay, I see
have
that
a
you
baby
bumped him
too.
up to level 6. Level 2, I mean.
Yeah.
You confused the shit out of me. I was like, he was level 1. He should only have 7. How's he have 14? Figured it out. Okay, we're good.
So now it's this guy's turn again. And we're gonna see how generous that Barone is feeling. Ms. Zoe,
Yep,
are you stealthing?
I am not.
Okay, so as Fuzz shoots and his grazes off of him, the skeleton turns against Mr. Intim and comes face to face with you. He takes a swing at you. What is your AC, madame?
Kinetic is 17.
17. He misses as you duck underneath his claw. And at that, it is Jiren's turn.
Oh, yes. Quiet. I still forgot the voice I'm doing for Jiren. But anyways. Cool. Let me get like here. And then my turn. Wait! Scratch that. I might have something to do.
You could step. Oh, I don't know how far your feet is. Never mind.
Yeah, that's as far as I can move. Yeah, that's as far as I can. That's all I can do.
Alright. And Trazen. Is going to charge up there. And then he uses ranged, right? Yeah, he's sniper. Okay. So he cannot shoot this round, so it is Intim's turn. Actually, he's going to run over here. And now it's Intim's turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna here. Ooh, 6 damage. 22 damage.
That hits. And that is just enough. As you fire it off, it collides with the center of the skeleton's forehead, causing the cranium to just shatter, bouncing off the walls as the body falls to the ground. At that, you guys hear shuffling from the hallways behind you.
Hmm.
What can I see from where I am?
You can roll me a perception.
well.
Um, you can see that the hallway to your left or above you on the map leads to private dorms. Yep, right there. Leads to the private dorms of aka you guys. And the hallway down this way leads to a corner chamber, which you assume leads to the rest of the station. And then, at the last moment, you can see a shambling figure come around the corner, sniff the air, turn, look at you, and screech before shambling towards you. You have the rest of your turn, Mr. Intom, and then we go on to Miss Zoe.
Gonna draw it.
You were going to
Float.
Oh, okay, got you.
And then, since I did not take an movement action with Intel, I'm going to give him an attack action.
Okay.
With a 10 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately. And hello, Mr. Sean. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, sir, Mr. Sean.
And that will end my turn.
And Ms. Zoe, it is your turn, madam.
For those of you in the
bloody bell.
room over there, there is another, bogey. Just that way.
Wunderbass. Simply wunderbass. Alright. 10, 15, 20, 25.
Ooh.
There. He is 40 away from me.
Thank you, Mr. Sean, for that 250 bits.
Oh god, what's it going towards?
Oh, it's just bits, so you'd have to redeem something.
Mm-hmm.
And so he pulls out the dark blue cross.
Alright, as you spin around the corner, you pull out the tactical crossbow, kind of sliding to a stop as you fire it off. The bolt flies through and pierces straight through the zombie's calf and goes all the way through before traveling on and smashing against the metal wall behind it. Looks like it just kind of clipped meat and didn't do any crippling damage to it.
1,000. That is unfortunate.
And Mr. Fuzzy, it is up to you now, sir.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm going to peek my head into the hall.
Okay. As you peek around the corner, you can see the zombie at the end of the hallway that they are firing at as it slowly begins to shamble towards you.
And
And I can't see anything up the other hallway?
No. You know that those lead up to the residential dorms. And you know that there were a couple of undead up there last time you saw. But it could be the two that you were fighting now, or it could have been others.
And how much movement can I make?
You can make 10 more feet, I believe.
If I made those 10 feet diagonally, could I take a shot at it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
This feels like XCOM.
it's because it's as difficult as XCOM.
I do believe that's basement of.
Alright, and that is energy or...
Yeah. That's energy.
Okay. So as you come sprinting out in the hallway, you stop, like, press yourself up against the wall and fire off a shot. It slides in and actually blows off one of the hands of the zombie. Okay. And so that's your turn. So it is the zombie's turn now. And it has how much movement? Okay. So it's going to actually charge forward at Ms. Zoe. Oh, actually, it cannot do that. So it's going to charge up, and it can't attack the drone.
Now that is XCOM the fact.
And bada boom. Jiren, it is your turn.
Okay. God damn it. Okay, let's see. So there is only one zombie here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is Zoe blocking the way? Like if I shot?
You can shoot past, I would say.
Actually, no, wait. I'm gonna go down the hallway and climb onto the wall. I am now on the wall.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna shoot.
Okay. That does hit.
Sweet. Also, read your PMs.
You're all good, man. Hurry back.
I will. Be right back.
Alright. Alright. And on that note, it is Jiren's turn. Not Jiren, Trajan.
What is the lizard man going to do?
It's gonna pop off a sniper shot and hit. As he blows a hole straight through the center of the zombie's stomach, leaving a gaping
And
hole
my
straight through.
eardrum.
And yes, your eardrums. That's... How much damage has it taken so far? 8...
No.
14?
Did that 13 hit his EAC?
17.
Yeah, I'd say about 6.
Okay. Alright. Mr. Intim, it's your turn.
He's going to move up 5. So that he's in range with pistol. Wait, here. Uh, 25 hit.
Yes, it does.
Damage.
Alright. That's
yeah.
20 damage already. So, and what else? What's your drone doing?
The drone is going to fire as well. Nine.
That does not hit.
Have to count the bullets too.
And at that, it is Ms. Zoe's turn.
Ha! Very best. She is going to pull out her tactical semi-auto pistol. And she is going to try to use, what is it called? Trick attack. So, I do believe that is a failure.
That is.
But we will see what the attack does. See it plus 2 hit.
But it still hits. As you just kind of drop down, you try and hide, but this thing is just leering straight at you. And as it kind of lunges forward at you, you just pull the trigger, and it almost just falls into the bullet as you blow its brains out, dropping its body to the ground. Mr. Fuzzy, could you make me a perception check?
Absolutely. And how would I go about doing that?
Alright, so the way you would go about doing this is if you look at your character sheet and you go down to skills.
Exactly.
Do you see where it says skills? And it has like a long list of crap.
Yes.
On that list, there should be a thing for perception. Just click the dice button next to that one.
Gotcha.
Alright. So over the echoing sounds of gunfire, You hear snarling coming from the hallway behind you.
Freaking knew it. I'd like to shout warning to the others and also try to get to the hallway.
Alrighty.
Can I push past the large lizard guy, or?
Oh yeah. So basically when it comes down to squeezing past your allies, I basically allow it. But if you're squeezing past enemies, you of course have to make checks. And since you're a rat, you actually get bonuses to those checks if you're squeezing past people who are larger than you.
Alright then. Now what can I see in the hallway?
You can see that some of the doors are closed, like the one on your left. But all the other doors are open.
I would like to check the nearest room.
There is the one on your left with the door closed, or the one on your right with the door open.
The one with the door open. I just want to look.
As you kind of peek in, you can see some blood stains all over the room, but from what you can see, which is basically the whole room, you do not see any figures moving about.
Can I move into that room?
Yes, you can.
I would like to end my turn here.
Alright. As that happens, you guys can see two figures come shambling out of the rooms. Mr. Fuzzy, could you make me a stealth check? Same way you made that perception check.
Gotcha.
Alright. As this guy cruises right by you and slashes at Trazen. And hits. As you see the skeleton just shamble by you, Fuzzy, and lash at Trazen from the side before he can swing his large sniper around to bear on it. You do hear shambling from back up the hallway too as well. Trajan turns and... Alright, I gotta open up his character sheet. He turns and tries to swing at the skeleton with the butt of his gun, but fails to find purchase on it. While Jiren is going to spin around and take a shot. And miss. Oh, okay. I messed up that turn order. My bad. So yeah. That zombie came shambling down, and now it's Intim's turn.
Intim's going to reload his weapon. And then he's going to fire. Uh, 13 to hit.
Kinetic?
Yep.
Are you attacking the skeleton or the zombie?
This fellow here. I think that's the skeleton.
The one in the front attacking Trajan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
skeleton. Okay. As you fire off the shot, it blows into the torso, and you see a rib kind of fly off down the hallway.
And we're going to have the drone move down. Going to float over there. And going to make an attack.
He's moving, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Then he cannot make an attack.
Okay.
You had to reload, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then reloading is a movement action.
Cool.
So.
I was wondering too, so may as well test out a thing.
Mm-hmm. But that saves you a bullet on 1 damage, so you're good.
Yes, and unfortunately I'm counting them.
And so.
Alright, Susan. So, Musoi actually, she's going to begin her turn using trick attack, which is a full action, but she gets to move.
Mm-hmm.
Then can I technically be underneath the drone?
Yeah, because he's floating.
Sure. So that way I don't have to get into melee range. Then I will make own stuff check. Hey, I might have gotten it this time.
Alright, as you kind of slip into the group of large, burly men around you, you slide up and are obscured enough that you can take your shot freely.
An 18 hits, I get to roll another 4. Cool.
Okay. As you just kind of step out from behind Trajan and you just put the barrel to the side of the skeleton's head, you just pull the trigger and just blow its head off.
Yeah. That is goofy too.
And Fuzzy, that's you.
Alright. I want to lean around the corner and try blasting at the other one.
Go right on ahead. Hello, Nocturno. Welcome to the stream, sir.
Would this be a regular attack?
It would indeed. And that is going to miss. Would you like to attempt a full attack, which gives you another attack at the expense of your movement action?
Yes, I would.
Alright, that also is at a -4, but you can go ahead and make the attack and I'll do the math from there. That does not matter because it's a nat 20 crit.
Yay, boy!
Okay. So it's 3 damage and an extra 1 die for burning damage. So I will go ahead and roll that. 1 die 4. And it's a 4. So total damage this round is 7 and 4 damage until it puts itself out. So you just did 7 damage to it and caught it on fire. And from there we go to Trajan and Sheeran. Fire shot. And he's going to fire a shot. Both of them are going to hit. And that is 11. Bada boom. Alright. So as those two open fire and lay into it, it slowly shambles forward and takes a swing at you, Mr. Fuzz. And an 18 will hit your KAC, I believe. So please take me 8 points of stamina damage. Or 8 points of damage, which I believe that'll put you out of stamina and 1 down on health. Well, that is always welcome, Mr. Nocturnal. Kind of, to a point. So let me see. Your maximum health is 14, yes, okay. So yeah, you're at 15 health, 0 stamina.
Yay.
Yeah. These things hit like a truck. It's an interesting new game. But on that note, it is Intim's turn.
Okay. It's rough handling ammo. Shooting. 15 to hit, 6 damage on the zombie.
It does.
And then me drone.
Actually, as you fire off the shot, it shoots through the zombie's throat and out the back, and as the bullet slides through, you see the head kind of bob a little bit and then just slide to the side and just kind of dangle there, only attached by the flesh, as you have severed its spine. Bada boom.
Okay. And to reload the weapon.
You guys are now out of combat.
Well, that was something.
That's I don't believe we've been introduced, Mr.
I'm Sir Fuzzleton the Great, but my friends call me Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Mr. Fuzzy. Well, I am Zoe, and these are my compatriots.
Hello, I am Intom.
It is nice to meet you.
The other two standing before you, one is a Vesk, a large lizard-like creature. You know a bit about them, mostly through contact with them. This specific one is wearing a loose suit of armor, and toting around a long sword, a sniper rifle, and a hunting rifle. He just kind of looks at you, grunts, and goes, "Name's Trazen." And
Charmed.
And then the bearded Lashunta behind him just kind of glances over and goes, "And I'm Jiren. Pleasure to meet you."
Pleasure's all mine. Again, thank you for stepping in just there. I must have dozed off.
And Mr. Foley is back.
It was not a problem at all, my little fuzzy friend. Now then, we should try to find a way off of this infested moon, shall we?
We need to take control of the space station to do that.
Quite. Now then, anyone know which way?
Intom points to Intom. I believe we got a map of the place the last time we played, Mr.
Yes,
DM.
you got the blueprints.
So from where we are, do I know the quickest way to get to the control room?
Okay, so from the maps, you have residential area, data chamber,
Where's that data chamber?
the room that Fuzzy was in right there,
Okay.
the control room,
Okay, that's control.
captain's chambers,
Captain's chambers, you say?
and medical bay.
I believe our quarry lies this way, and he points towards his right, heading down towards the control room. However, Mr. Isoki, can you tell me what information, what systems you have access to in the data room?
Little rat buddy.
Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking. I'm not quite sure. I haven't been here that long.
Very well. Mr. DM, I would like to assess the kind of information I can get from this room.
From the room you can, the room is basically the group computer room. This is basically where each person was meant to go if they need to access the Starfinder database. So you have access to the entirety of the Starfinder database on there.
Okay, so I'm just gonna walk over to the console, whichever one of these things is the console. I believe that's a desk.
Yep.
And I would like to ascertain what base we're at.
Go ahead and roll up a computers check. as you boot on the system and you realize that you do not have an access code to access this computer.
Damn it, 30.
Alright. As you just kind of dink around,
I rolled a 2.
you basically put it in safe mode. Log in, create another account, and just log right in with that. You pull up the Starfinder database. What you look for?
I'm looking for the name of this base and its purpose.
Alright. Did I ever put a map? No, I didn't. Okay. Give me 1 second. Add a handout. There we go. Okay, can you see the map of the Packed Worlds?
Oh, I can.
Okay.
Have we looted the bodies yet? If not, I'm gonna start digging through the corpses. Actually, no. These are crew quarters, right?
Yes.
Can I, like, try to figure out, like, try to find some stuff in the crew quarters? Anything of use?
As you look around the crew quarters, besides the general, like, basically, like, the stuff that you'd find at a hotel when you check in, besides that, the only other things you'd find are the name tags on the door, specifically the one that says Jiren.
Oh boy. I'm gonna go in my room and see how it's like.
It's identical to all the others.
Oh. They even spend for me. Oh, what a shame.
Anyway, the moon that you guys are on is a rogue moon, which is smaller than a dwarf planet, and generally assumed to have been a moon that was knocked out of orbit, or had the planet it was orbiting destroyed. But it exists on the edge of the Packed World system, just beyond Octurne.
Ah, okay. Can I tell the purpose of the base?
Yes, to house you and provide a essentially a base of operations for you guys to return to anytime that you guys return to the Packed World system without having to actually dive all the way into the system itself. So instead of having to drift into Absalom Station, you could just basically pop into the edge of the system, post up in your own place, drop off the data, and then head back out on your next mission.
And do we have a particular limit? Is that observable from this particular space.
What was that?
Am I able to find out what our first mission is meant?
Not from here, not from the database. You assume that whoever was supposed to be meeting you guys here was going to inform you of the actual details.
If there are any undead protocol.
There are not.
Okay, then I log out.
Don't want to Google anything about anything.
Use space Google.
I don't know enough about our current situation to, have a subject to Google.
Okay.
All I know is that we're in training to be, I assume, Star Wanderers.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you were told. You know all that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And considering our current situation, I just assumed that the moon was overtaken by undead, and that whoever was supposed to be here waiting for us to get out of training is gone in the bucket, if not working to, well, cover us in undead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was useless. Let's go find the control room and get off this blasted rock.
We have small problem.
What is this small problem?
This is supposed to be our home base.
Well, obviously
Our
it's not
check-in
friendly
point.
right now.
No, so at some point we may have to decide how to remedy that one problem. But first things first, let's get this interloper out of our
Right.
control. Please, big green man, take the lead.
Trazen just kind of looks at you, just and turns and begins marching down the hallway.
Well, I guess we should follow him.
Probably. If anything, just so one of us doesn't get picked off by the zombies that are infesting this place.
Go ahead and roll me perception, everybody. Miss Claire, are you awake?
That I am.
Okay. Well, I'm going to grab a drink real quick
24.
while you guys roll perception.
Perception.
Oh, my throat's killing me.
Plus 11 is worthless when you roll a 2.
Okay, I have returned. And Jiren and Zoe, you guys are the only ones who... Actually, so all of you guys here, as you approach this corner area, the low thrum, or, yeah, humming thrum, whatever, you guys know what I mean, of, the power center of the station. Ms. Zoe and Jiren, you guys, over that slight thrum, hear a voice. Kind of bony, raspy voice, just kind of muttering to himself.
What is he muttering?
You can't make out, like, what he's muttering, but...
Oh.
Well,
There's some cells up ahead. I believe it would be the, what do you call it? Bone Lords? Well, Necromancer maybe?
that would
What
be
is that
more
one dead
like-
planet? But yes, there's someone talking to themselves up ahead.
Eox is the dead planet, by the way.
Thank you.
Trazen,
Should we say hello?
yeah, Trazen just kind of shrugs and keeps moving forward.
Right then. I suggest we follow the big scaly one.
Oh, come on now.
As he approaches the power room, he holds up his fist and gestures into the room.
Interim gestures towards the room as in to say, after you.
He kind of points. He points to his eyes, and then points in the room, and then points at you, Intim.
Roll an insight check to see what he's trying to say.
It's like he's trying to speak with me. I know it.
Go ahead and do a sense motive.
Shit!
He's trying to
I'm
get.
supposed to be bad at this.
Though you don't generally pick up on emotions, this guy's being pretty obvious in what he's saying. He's saying, "Look at what I'm looking at in the room."
Interim takes a step forward.
Alright, and that's a nat 20 on a death bolt to your face. So, no, I'm just kidding. But that was a 19, so it's a good waste of a roll. As you peek around the corner, you see a figure with a long flowing black cape out behind him, and a strange purple aura around their head, just typing away at the discs. Could you please make me a will save?
Can I eat it?
Can you what?
No, I can't succeed. 10.
You seize up for a moment. As you see this figure. Not specifically the figure, it's just something about it seems familiar. As the figure turns around and looks at you, you see the magical green glow where its eyes should be. As the bony face turns back to you, its mouth kind of tightens a little bit, already pulled back in the everlasting grin of death. It looks at you. Ah, handsome. It's been a long time.
I'm sorry, I lagged out there. Could you repeat that?
How much of it? What was the last thing you heard?
Anything I heard.
Said Intim, and he said it's been a long time.
Can I roll a history check
Yes,
to
you can.
remember who this person is?
Do we all hear this?
Yes, you do hear that.
What
Huh.
thing is that?
So your name's Insom? Huh. I never knew your name was Insom. I was just gonna call you Little Robot Man.
Do... That one's kind of hard.
This is why 5e's better.
Why?
Because it has a history check. You want me to roll an intelligence one?
Yeah, just do an intelligence check.
15.
You don't remember, who he is, and you don't know how you know him, or how he knows you. But you do recognize the symbol on his shoulder, which give me un momento to pull up the data for, because setting. Oh, there we go. Okay. Though you do know that this is one of the Bone Lords. You know that it is not one of the Bone Lords that is a political player. Sorry. Thought it was in the book. Forgot it was online, so I have to search it. I apologize. Okay, I can't figure out the name of them right now. But you do know that there is a rogue group of Necrovites that still kind of hold to the old way of ideology, that they should rule the galaxy. They have been banished from the Pact Worlds, but they have basically created a pirate-like fleet that roams around the edges and in the Viscarium area.
I assume we met on Diaspora. Otherwise, I do not know who you are.
They really did a number on you. It does not matter. You won't live long enough. And at that, could I have you all roll me initiative?
Well, look what you've done.
Oh, are we rolling initiative again?
Yes. Yeah.
God damn it.
Is mine not showing up?
You might have to reselect your token.
Yeah.
Hey,
There we
you're
go.
the same thing anyway. Alright. So at that, Ms. Zoe and Trazen. So Ms. Zoe, you can go first.
So,
I stand my breath that it is a Bone Lord. He seems to know who I am.
she gets a quizzical look on her face, but she wants to see for herself. 5, 15, 20, 50. And then Ezreal's voice is going to try to hit him with. But that might be.
Which one are you attacking the Bone Lord? Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Should probably pull up the stats for this. Oops.
Tell me, creature, why is it in the interest of yours whether I live or not?
You should know by now. It's not within my interest, but the interest of the commanders.
Entum spits on the ground.
As the shot flies in, you think this shot's on point as you fire it in, and it just dissipates slowly as a green fog just kind of ripples across the Necrovite's face. Trazen's going to roar as he swings his rifle around and miss his shot. As the Necrovite turns, you guys see the corpse wearing a Starfinder uniform. Fuzzy, you would recognize it as the guy who's basically supposed to be your leader for a time until you chose your own, and then he would have left you guys. You see his corpse just kind of rise up and just kind of look at you all and begin to shamble towards you. And Fuzzy, that's on you.
Alright, so I never really liked this guy, so I'm gonna move forward a little bit, and I'm gonna take a few shots at him.
Okay. Alright, that is going to hit. As you fire off the shot, it slams into the... You're attacking the... zombie.
Yeah, little corpse dude.
Okay, so as you fire it off, it just slams into his shoulder as he keeps shambling towards you a little bit. And Intim, it is your turn.
Intim is going by a gun. Yay.
Which one are you attacking?
The Bone Lord.
The Necrovite. Alrighty. As you turn your gun on him, you fire off the shot. Catches him off guard as he is in the middle of raising the zombie. And it slams into his hand, just like ripping a hole through his palm as he just turns and snarls at you, looking at his hand. Oh, you're going to die for that, you pathetic
I was
piece of
going to die
machinery.
anyway.
Yes, but now it will be painful.
Good luck. And then I have drone move over here. Since I haven't made a movement action. The drone also attacks the Bone Lord, the Necrovite, with a 16 to...
The Necrovite just waves its wounded hand, and the pulse blast just kind of dissipates. And Jiren, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move up. To here. And there's a Bone Lord here, yeah? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's blasted some of us, yeah?
You guys have tried to blast him.
Has he attacked any of us?
No, he's just raised a zombie.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot the zombie then. Can I shoot the zombie?
You can.
Cute. Oh, god damn it.
The zombie takes it in the face and died.
That is a miss. The zombie comes and shambles towards Mr. Fuzzy. Taking a... Nope, that one missed, and then... Oh, and that's a nat 1. So, that is a miss. And I got the other dice. And so, at that, if I could have you all make me fortitude saves.
Oh, please, no.
Where would I find that?
It would be... Scroll down a little bit from the top, and it will be under saving throws. Click on the fortitude one.
Thank you.
Alright.
That was for... Of course the droid would roll higher than...
And none of you guys beat 21, did you?
Nope.
I don't think we were going to beat 21 anyway.
Well, I figured not, but...
Jesus Christ, this game really hates us.
Oh no, that one was
Oh,
just because this thing is super powerful. So... I figured you guys would not...
I couldn't even hit that if I wanted to. I have 0 for.
A nat 20 would have done it. As you guys, kind of settle in this creature's, aura, you suddenly feel very weak. Fuzzy, you're reminded of the night previous in which you stumbled across something and you got really weak and tired, and that led you to pass out underneath that desk.
Lovely.
So you guys are all considered fatigued. What fatigued does is you can neither run nor charge. You take a -2 penalty to strength and dexterity. And doing anything that would normally cause fatigue causes you to become exhausted. After 8 hours of complete rest, fatigued characters are no longer fatigued.
Okay.
And at that, it's Zoe's turn.
So, 50. Remind me what 50 does?
Oof.
Hello?
What was that one?
What?
So what does fatigue do?
You get -2 to strength and dexterity. And you
Jesus
cannot run or charge.
Well, that is very unfortunate.
-1 modifier now in my strength.
Please. I
Well,
have a -3 on mine.
his Risley is going to here and do a trick shot. So she's going to roll a stealth. Definitely does not get it, but she will fire her weapon anyways.
Against the zombie?
Yep.
Okay. As you fire off the shot, it does hit, slamming into the zombie's torso, pushing it back a little bit from Mr. Fuzzy. Oh. And Trazen is going to attack with a longsword. As Trajan swings the longsword, he decapitates the zombie. As the corpse falls to the ground, the Necrovite just gives out a low, dark cackle. Goes, fine. I'll let them live for now. Yes, I'm returning to the ship. And at that, he just goes, I'll see you soon, Intim, if you survive. And he places his palm on the dash of the controls. You see it flare up with energy and power. The power of the entire station swells up, and then sparks begin to shoot out of the control panel before the Necrophyte disappears in a flash of purple lightning. As the Necrophyte disappears, you guys feel a little bit of a rumbling as some of the power systems start to go haywire. And it is Fuzzy's turn. Actually, for now, you guys can act out of turn, but we'll keep those initiative orders.
Anybody have any ideas?
I'm going to rush over to the that are currently fritzing.
I'm gonna step away from this dead body.
Go ahead and roll me an engineering check, Intim.
This is the captain quarters over here, yes?
Yes.
I'm gonna search it.
Okay.
30.
Roll me investigation or perception or whatever, Mr. Jiren.
Okay. Well, investigation doesn't exist in this game.
So just perception.
God fucking fuck.
Fuzzy, if you're in there as well, you can make me a perception as well.
Alright.
And as for Mr. Intim, as you look over the power core, you can tell that there is almost no way that you're going to be able to repair this in time before the life support system shuts down and everyone around you dies due to lack of oxygen.
Don't they have their suits on?
They do. Well, okay, so it's either lack of oxygen or the swarm of undead that will inevitably break down the walls.
Okay, so given what time I have, can I gain remote access to the bay door?
You can. And you can actually release the shuttle and get it prepped to launch from here.
I do all of that.
Go ahead and roll me a computer's check.
Oh, come on. Let's not roll a 1 or a 2. Preferably above a 5.
And while you do that, Mr. Fuzzy, as Jiren
Yes.
tears the room apart, looking for stuff, you are hit in the back of the head by a small leather-bound book.
Sorry.
I'd like to look at the book, examine it.
As you pick it up and look it over, you can tell that is the official Starfinder captain's log for the Star Wanderers group.
I'd like to see if there's any of the undead in the later chapters.
As you open it, it has one entry log. As you just kind of scan through it, you can read that it's basically the announcement of your arrival, the arrival of the rest of the group within the next week, and the preparation for the first mission, which will actually take you guys back into the Pact World system. If you guys look at the map, you guys will be heading to Akaton. You guys are supposed to be meeting up with a contact there about an outer rim system that is rumored to have sentient life that is not how do I say that? Trying to think of Stellaris.
Hostile or
Known?
xenophobic?
No, space-worthy. That's it.
Oh,
They do not
Oh.
have space tech.
it's a pre-space travel
Yeah, pre-space travel.
civilization.
So they're a modern tech society, but they do not have space travel. So they lack like lasers and whatnot, but they have kinetic weapons and a lot. You're supposed to be heading to Akaton to get that information, and then you guys were going to be heading out there as your first mission. Other than
I rolled a
that,
14 on computers.
okay, I will get to that in a moment. Other than that, the captain's log is meant to stay with the captain of this group. At the front of the book, it says, you know, if the captain should die, this book should be kept by whoever is the next commanding officer.
Who's the commanding officer?
Well, that'll be up to you guys to decide when you guys get a chance to calm down and talk.
Before we figure that out, I suggest getting back to ship. You had all the computer problems fixed, yes?
At that
What?
intim, you have just finished up the protocols, and the shuttle is ready to launch. All you guys have to do is make it out of there within warning, life support system deactivation in 10 minutes.
Also,
That's incredible. We have to move on.
The ship is ready for exit.
Let's not tittle-tattle here.
let's get going. Quickly as well.
Lead the way.
Alright, at this, we are going to move back into turns, so everybody stop moving. And we will start up at Ms. Zoe. Do note there is a medical bay right next to you guys, if you guys would like to attempt to investigate it, or you guys can go back the way you came. And you guys do know that the medical bay, there's still a way out from there.
Yeah, I'm just like, he's equal distance either way. But we could pick up extra supplies.
I agree with that. Let's pick up supplies if we can.
There is a problem with that, though. There might be more zombies there.
I mean, the door's open, so.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Jiren,
That's
stop
kind
moving.
of-
It's not your turn, shithead.
Oh, right. I forgot we're on turn. Sorry. I'm, like, tired and spacing out.
You're good. We're almost
What
done.
kind of check might I need to
Perception.
perception? 30,000? Yeah,
As
could be
you
first.
enter into the room, you see that the supply cabinet is up here in the upper right hand corner. There are 3 medical pods on your right for basically severe injury recovery. And on the left, there appears to be a skeletal anatomy dummy of, what are they called? They're 4-armed people.
Assassin.
Yeah, those things.
Alright, I will forfeit my standard action to make a run or dash. whatever
You
wanna call it.
cannot run.
You can't.
Oh,
You
oh
are
that's
You
right.
can't run.
We're fatigued. Never mind. That is my turn then.
Okay. And at that, Trazen moves up behind you. His weapon still at the ready. And could you make me another perception check, Miss Zoe?
That again. Perception. Uh-oh. 1,000.
Okay. You swear you heard movement nearby.
Do I look at the skeleton as it might have changed position just a little bit?
As far as you can tell, it hasn't. Mr. Fuzzy,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
that's on you. Your turn.
I am going to head up into the room with the others.
Okay.
Can I go search the storage cabinet?
The storage cabinet is up here, so you would not have enough movement to get there. I actually think you would be... There would be your furthest movement.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, that would be your furthest movement. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Intim, it is your turn. Unless you're doing anything else, Mr. Fuzzy. You cannot run, so you can't close the distance between you and the supply cabinet. But you do still have your other actions.
I'm good.
Mr. Intim, it is your turn. Ninny? Okay, there you go.
So yeah, I'm gonna move in. Then I'm gonna have the droid move in.
Could you roll me a perception check, please?
Can I roll a perception check for both myself and the droid?
Yes.
Okay.
Like programmer, like drone.
I mean, the droid has a -1.
And that's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Jiren.
Okay, I'm gonna just move.
Okay.
I'll move there.
Perception.
That's where I'm- Perception.
Please be the one to get this.
It's gonna be a nat 1. Close. That's a 3.
Okay. Zo, that's on you.
Yeah, 18, 5, 20, 25, 30. I open the cabinet.
As you open the cabinet, you find 3 Mach 1 medical injectors.
Okay.
Hold on real quick, let me...
3. I've got a total of 6 of those in.
There we go. So yeah, it's 3 Mark 1 serums of healing, and 2 Mark 1 antitoxins. Yeah, antitoxins.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it.
And could I have everybody roll me perception?
Gotta say,
25.
Where is perception? It go. Oh, 26! Ha!
After your thoughts of medical supplies are sated, and you guys are able to think properly again, I guess. Intim, Zoe, and Fuzzy.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Not you, Sharon. Sharon, you're blind. The other 3, though, you guys all, like, kind of have the time to process everything that you saw in the room. You realize that skeleton was hanging there without, you know, any support. As you guys hear Trazen growl as... Dang it. Cancel. There we go. Leia, token Leia. The full-armed skeleton mobs Trazen as he turns to open the door. And misses. So, Sir Fuzzy, it's your turn, sir.
Alright, I don't want to move. I'd just like to blast him once or twice if I can.
Okay. You can do a full attack, so you can do 2 attacks at -4.
I'll do that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll twice. Okay, so the first one misses, but the second one does hit for 1 damage. As you blow off a pinky of one of his lower hands.
Booyah, boys.
Intim, sir.
Oh, I need to wait time. Trying to find the button.
Find the button.
It's always pretty good. But a shitty roll is a shitty roll.
Pew! As you fire the shot, it zigs through the ribcage of the skeleton, barely misses Trazen, and slams into the door control panel. And you watch with horror as the door control panel is fried by your shot. You realize you guys gotta go all the way back around.
Intim shrugs, it's not that much of a distance change. And then the robot fires at the skeleton for 1 damage.
And it shoots off the other pinky of the other lower arm.
I have a theory, if we shoot off all the pinkies, it'll go down.
Very
Maybe.
possible.
Jiren, it is your turn, sir.
Okay. Skeleton, there it is. I'm gonna shoot it with a gun, actually, and not my pulsecaster. Fucking damn it.
As you
Well-
try and draw your other gun, it goes off mid-draw.
Ba-
And Intim, you watch with horror as you see the other door control panel behind you take a kinetic bullet, get fried as the door slams shut.
Okay, so now problem.
And are you moving, Jiren?
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of move over here. And that'll be it.
So,
She's going to pull out the crossbow there. And we are going to try our best to not hit a pinky. If I can find where my crossbow to sell it. Well, I cannot hit shit either.
But you did not hit one of the door control panels.
Note that there is another door you can hit.
You hit the emergency ejection button, and it just vacuums the entire room. GG.
That would kind of be a little bit advantageous.
No, because the entire moon is covered with undead, so you'd be getting vacuumed out into them.
Fast enough, I can jump jet straight into orbit.
Trazen slices, but no dices.
Good weapon.
As Trazen takes a claw across the chest. Sir Fuzzy, it is your turn.
Alright, I'd like to take the same action as last time. 2 attacks.
-4 apiece. Okay, go right ahead. Neither of them hit.
Wonderful.
Intim. Who'd have known? Put 2 more arms on the skeleton, you make it unbeatable.
15 to hit.
Hey, you got a 3rd pinky. You guys got 1 more to go. Let's do it.
Fuck.
Jiren.
Come on, we need that 3rd pinky. We
4th
need
pinky.
all 4 pinkies gone.
All the 4 pinkies gone.
Boom.
You got the pinky and then some of the ring finger.
God. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go switch out my laundry.
Word, Miss Zoe. Obviously, the pinky thing didn't work.
The third side, she reloads and fires again. Oh, please tell me that you hit. Please tell me you hit.
As you fire off the crossbow shot, the bolt flies true straight through the Kasathan skeletal dome piece and pins it against the wall. As it gives a couple last slashes at Trazen before falling dead. Or dropping. Oh, the thing happened again. Buff the Heroes by Mr. Sean. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. We'll give him a little bit of a
Those-
break.
The pinky buff is coming in.
We all pick up a pinky and become fucking magical girls.
Oh my god.
Alright, Intim. The skeleton is dead. But you are faced with the singular fact of you being trapped inside this room.
I walk up to the door controls, and I try to reroute the essential wires to open the door to my what do you call it? To my what is it called? Custom rig.
To your custom rig. Alright. Well, go ahead and make me an engineering check.
Come on, anything up? Fuck me.
Go ahead and make me an engineering check with your drone. But you're using your engineering bonus, so just go ahead and make me another engineering check.
30. Thank you much.
There you
for
go.
that.
That buff the heroes. As you get close to it with your custom rig, and a spark shoots out and actually hits you in the eyeball, and it causes you to like twitch a little bit as it causes a short circuit in your eyeball. You just grumble,
Ah,
pass the custom rig
holy.
off to your drone, and your drone goes in and inserts it, reroutes the power, and bloom, the doors slide open.
alright, everybody out.
Trazen is the first to run out. Who is following him?
I will follow him.
Alright, Jiren, you are the first to follow behind.
I will be sure behind him.
And Fuzzy will be behind him. As the three of you are the first out of the room, you are the first three to see the ginormous pile of bodies blocking your way.
Nobody eat it.
Oh god, it's moving.
It's moving.
Is that moving?
Nah, it wasn't
No,
in character.
it's just him.
You guys can attempt to scramble up and over the top, or you can try and turn back and open up the other door, or you could try something else. That's entirely up to you.
Does anyone else think exploding it is a good idea?
I do!
I don't know
Wonderful.
what you guys are exploding, but let us think about other possible solutions.
Well, it's either turn around and go the other way, which will take a lot of time, or climbing over this, which I am really...
Would I be
Yes, yeah.
able to get over there and see this pile of bodies?
Yeah, you guys come up behind them and see it.
I'd rather not be
So
picking up.
it is
Dead
climbable, okay?
Yes.
Alright.
Plus, we don't know if there's any zombies in there. It'd be not a fun thing to just get grabbed while climbing a pile of dead bodies.
Instead of climbing over,
We explode.
she points at her boots. I can float over, and then I can help each of you out.
I still think it is preferable to blow the whole thing up.
And you would have to climb over. You couldn't jump over it. You kind of jump to get to the top of it, but you'd still have to crawl through a small enough opening. So you could still do it, but
It is ultimately up to all of you.
and hello, biscuits.
All that I
We're
ask
going.
is that I stay phenomenally far away from the explosion so that I don't get any icky stuff on.
We'll have Mr. Lizard exploded so none of us get...
Yes,
Breathe.
everyone stand behind the big man. He will be.
I absolutely
And
agree.
Mr. Sean has redeemed a buff the enemy.
It's gonna come to life.
The chaos. The chaos return. But anyway, explode it quickly.
I toss a grenade to trace him and then quickly run behind the wall.
Trazen catches the grenade, looks at it, pulls the pin, and shoves his fist straight into it. Thank you for that cheer, Miss Biscuit. I appreciate that. And Mr. Trazen has to
That's
make-
minus one grenade. Did he just get his hand blown off?
As he shoves the grenade in, you see his eyes widen as he turns back and goes, "Something's got my arm."
Blow it up.
Did you pull the pin?
Yes, you saw him pull the pin already.
Have you released the trigger?
He just snarls at you and tries to pull his hand out. He seems kind of panicked.
I think he pulled the trigger. Released the trigger. Oh boy.
Can I try and help him pull his hand out?
Yes. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, that's not a good idea, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
Are we still fatigued?
Yep.
I'll also try.
14!
I'm gonna come help too. 13.
Okay, both
Look at
of
that
you
great
By
come
our
together.
pinky powers combined.
By your pinky powers combined, you're able to pull him free just in time that you guys only take half the damage. So go ahead and roll me that damage, please, on that grenade, Mr. Foley.
Let me see what it does again. God damn it, I'm a moron. Give me a sec. Do.
As the pile explodes, you can see the only quote-unquote living creature, probably more just moving creature, that is in there seems to be a one-armed, no-leg Yosoki.
Ooh.
Shoot it, everybody, shoot it!
And Garen did his in character too.
Did what?
Made the noise of ooh in character.
Gotcha. So yeah, you guys can take free shots at it.
Ooh, 1d4 burning. Damn. Bloom got a crit. Bloom, to do extra rolls because you got a crit. You see how it says 1d4 burning?
Oh no, that's he did it right.
I think that's the crit damage.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay,
No,
so
I don't know.
It has the damage, and then
Yeah.
the critical effect, the 3 is the damage,
Mhm.
and then the other effect is it's burning for 1d4 damage.
Oh wait,
so that 1d4
yeah.
is every round.
I'm sorry, I'm still very distracted and tired.
You good, brother? But yeah, you guys just kind of destroy it in a hail of bullets and plasma fire. Mr. Fuzzy, your shot actually catches it on fire, cremating it. As you guys are moving past, I'm assuming?
Yes, please.
Alright, as you guys move out, you guys come to the airlock door over here. Mr. Inton, are you going to be the one to open the door?
Yes, I use my custom rig to remotely open the door.
Okay, go ahead and roll me computers.
Computers or engineering?
Computers.
28. 20.
The panel pings as the door unlocks. Are you opening it?
Yep.
Okay. As the door slides open, you guys see the shuttle that you came in on, except for Fuzzy, of course. And then you see the horde of undead that are slowly walking towards the station as you realize that all the outside emergency lights and alarms are blaring. The sound cannot be heard of course, but the lights can be seen, and it is enough to draw the large horde of undead towards the singular station.
Everybody round.
I run.
Each of you can make it to the shuttle on time, but if I could have you guys all roll me initiative checks.
Why do you do this to us, Trip?
Because I can.
That is any GM's reason.
Oops, I forgot to select Jiren.
Well, that does not look good for me.
And now I rolled it twice. Nice. Feel free to take whichever 3 I rolled.
Okay. So, what did everybody get? Oh,
I got a 12, a 16, and a 12.
I need to roll Trazens.
Please don't be last, please don't be last. Oh god, I am last.
I heard someone's alarm go off, and that was the same alarm I used.
Miss Zoe,
Alarm twin.
please make me a reflex save.
Oh dear. Ooh.
As you guys sprint up the ramp into the shuttle, you guys hear Miss Zoe scream out from behind you as you see a wave of zombies overwhelm her, dragging her back down the ramp.
Giran immediately being Giran immediately charges out and to save her.
As does Intim.
How are you guys attempting to save her?
I'm gonna throw a grenade into the middle of the horde, like away from her.
The horde is on her, dude.
Oh,
Like,
oh boy.
you can throw the grenade into the horde and not hit her, but that is not going to do much for her current predicament.
Can I load my clip? I wish I could, but I'll just shoot at them.
Go ahead and make 3 shots if you are shooting into them. That goes for anybody.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay, then just make 3 shots.
There's so many rolls going on. Ooh, the 2 crits so far.
I can't even tell if you got all my shots.
You're all good.
And then
You did all
I'm going
yours.
to have fly down and try and drag her out.
Okay. Fortunately for you all, you guys do just unload your clips into the horde. Go ahead and make me another reflex save, Zoe.
Oh boy.
Okay, as you are overwhelmed by the horde, you feel claws ripping at your skin. You feel teeth biting through your flesh. And as you're kind of flailing to get out, pulling it, loose hair, and deteriorating armor, your hand catches on something solid, metallic, and smooth. As you are suddenly yanked up out of the horde and dragged towards the ship by Ohm, the drone used by Intim. You are pulled through the door as the ramp is retracted and the door slams shut. Immediately, you guys hear the voice of Malcor. Oh, wow. Good job, guys. We got out of that one all right. Would you guys like me to take off now?
Yes, take off, please.
Immediately.
You guys see out the windows as the thrusters engage, full on burning many of the corpses around you guys, as you kind of rear up and launch out of orbit of the moon. The lights kind of flicker and goes, alright, we only have just enough fuel to get us to one of the docked ships. Would you guys like the Explorer model or the Freighter model?
What?
The Freighter model or the Explorer model? Which would you guys prefer? We can only take one.
Tell me about the differences.
You would already
What do
know
they
that
look
the
like?
freighters are more for hauling cargo and the explorers are more sleek, quick design, and, exploration.
Well, any cargo, so I would say Explorer, of course. Also, the women don't really like freight haulers.
Right. Bring it in. And as you guys make it to the cockpit, you guys can see him pulling up alongside a long, sleek-looking ship painted white and red. You can see that it seems to still have some of the construction gear attached to the aft end of it. But as the shuttle pulls in, the docking bay opens and the shuttle hovers in as the lights in the main ship actually begin to kick on. Alright guys, I'm merging with the ship systems and I will see you all on board. Malcor out. And go ahead.
I'm just going to try and help Malcor's transfer a little easier.
Oh, it's almost instantaneous.
Okay, cool.
Like, all it is basically he's just transferring from one system to the other.
Okay.
So, and as you can tell, this shuttle is essentially programmed to operate with one of the two ships. So it's already programmed to have the AI transferable. As the shuttle docks, you guys hear the system checks being gone over by Malcor outside as the ramp lowers, and you guys are able to step out onto your ship.
I walk to the nearest console.
Give me un momento. You guys ready?
No,
Yep.
but yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to your ship.
Yee.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
You walk over to the nearest console. Okay.
Alright, here's con.
I don't know where that is. Okay.
Actually,
I
technically it'd be here.
I check to see that I just make a systems check to see what systems are running and if anything is not running.
As you pop into the console, you can see that all these system checks are already being done by Malcor. So you can see the progress. Everything seems perfectly fine. There is one issue, and Malcor does bring it up. Guys, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there is one order of business that we have to get out of the way before we can get out of these construction restraints.
What is it?
We need a name for the ship.
Oh,
I am not good with names. Perhaps this is a good time to also choose our captain.
well, this is an explorer class, yes?
That's true.
Back on my home planet, there was ruins that I used to investigate. That's why they had me along. I was good at that. There was a ancient explorer's name that kept coming up that I rather liked. His name was Drake. I think we should call this the Drake.
I like it.
I am unopposed.
I guess we will call it the Drake then.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Very well. And before your eyes enter 'em, you see the construction UI pop up, and you can see the Drake typed in and entered before you. You guys hear some whirring, some rumbling from the ship. And as you peek out one of the windows, you can see the name being engraved across the side of the ship. And give me un momento. Streaming. Sorry. Dankeschön.
Yes, it has a medical bay.
I have large popcorn.
Oh, beautiful.
Choose file.
What do we have on this ship?
I will be okay. So I still gotta build the stats of this ship, but
Ooh, is that the captain's quarters I see?
I was going to take into consideration what you guys wanted on the ship. But for now, if you turn your attention to the character sheets tab on the right side of your screen,
It has a name.
you have
Yes, it's on
the Drake. You have a picture of the Drake, and if you look at the character sheet, you have a character sheet for the starship, the Drake. I will have this filled out before our next session, and I will be asking you guys some questions in the Stars chat, so I do ask you guys to be paying attention to that over the next few weeks, because that will in turn be how this ship ends up being built.
So, there is one more thing we need to come up with. The captain.
I use console I met. And I pull up ship roll.
Okay. Wait, hold on real quick. Hold on. I gotta see if I can find this. Dang it, what is that called?
I didn't know what I was gonna say. I was like,
What?
here,
Crew roster.
I done brought a whole victory line.
No.
Well, I would have loved that. Like, I also,
Get the air. Yeah, it's not bad.
I had a chance to tie it with like 2 minutes left. And they kept going back
Okay,
and
I got
forth.
it.
They were down
Okay.
Then
So
the last 30 seconds,
as you tap
instead
into
of
the
fouling, they
console,
tried to go for another
Mr.
three.
Inton,
and then that allowed Michigan to fucking drive to the backseat.
Miss Claire.
Clear your background.
Sorry.
You're good, hon. As you pull up the crewman roster, did you catch that?
Yeah, I did.
I heard
Thank
that.
you.
Okay, you're welcome. Go right ahead.
I look for what roles ship recognize.
Okay. As the crewman roster appears, you have the crewman roster, and then you have the crewman station roster.
Yes, I would like to see the station.
The station roster or just roster?
I would like to see both if, simultaneous things are allowed.
Okay, so basically from what you can tell, the crewman roster is the day-to-day tasks and duties of the specific individuals, where crewman station rosters are combat stations.
Okay,
So I'm going to go through crewman station roster real quick, because that's one that's more mechanically, like...
applicable right now.
applicable. And it's, the Starfinder, stuff. So you have the captain, you have gunner, science officer, engineering, and I believe that's it.
What about the pilot?
Oh, pilot, that's right. Duh. Most important thing. Okay, so you have the captain, the gunner, the science officer, the engineer, and the pilot.
Who here knows how to?
Nope.
I believe the Visk has reported his ability to fly before.
I make these people fly, sort of. Kind of.
Trazen does grunt.
I am all capable of pilot, but I believe my skills are better.
I'm definitely, by far, probably better at a lot of other things.
But I believe most important tip. I would like to nominate that I not be captain.
You don't want to be captain?
No. I
Yeah.
don't like the responsibility of having others' lives.
Damn.
Alright.
I like the light. Damn. Well,
Let's see. We already have a pilot.
Around 8.
Who is good at engineering?
That would be me. In fact, I've already inputted my name on the engine.
Alright. Science. Anyone good with the sciencey stuff? I, for one, am not.
Not really.
We also have Gunner.
That I might be able to do pretty well.
Alright. I suppose you can be the Gunner. I suppose that leaves it up to you and me, little furry friend.
That does.
Or is your skills in science? Because mine are lacking.
Yes, as are mine. I'm more suited to diplomacy and the mystic arts.
I am more suited to diplomacy and diplomacy.
Then I would like to add that responsibility to my roster.
No, that's Leola.
Alright. So,
No.
give me a moment. Captain, pilot, science officer. So,
Hey, we gotta be careful.
I will plus.
Yes.
are you good at computers?
A business signal.
No, not really.
You have no ranks in computers at all?
No.
What about engineering?
No ranks in engineering.
Do either of the other of you guys have engineering or computers?
I have a -1 in engineering.
I think
Nope.
I'm the best. I think Intim is the best suited for both engineer and science officer.
Okay, but here's the thing. They're two different stations.
Does the Vesk have anything with engineering or science?
No, and he's a pilot.
Goddamn.
What do you have under life science and bloody physical science, Claire?
Those don't actually have anything to do with... Like, I'm just going... What the roster we're going over now is the official combat roster. So this is more the mechanical balancing of things. So science officers computer checks, engineering is engineering checks, piloting is piloting checks, captain is diplomacy, intimidation, and bluff checks. And yeah. So you can have one person doing both engineering and science officer, but they have to decide at the top of each turn which one they're doing.
I could have you know, while I'm running science, Ohm run engineering.
Unfortunately, it does not work like that, because in order for Ohm to be using your stats, you have to be actively controlling it.
I mean, Ohm has a 2 to engineering.
Okay, I mean, you could always do that, yes. And I will allow, due to what we discussed, Nins, that you can overcome that with Ohm. But for now, that's where you're sitting at. But yeah, I'll allow that. If you want Ohm to do engineering, you want to be a science officer. And you guys can have 2 gunners. So it's up to you who's the captain and who are the 2 gunners.
What stats make a better gunner?
Base attack bonus.
The thing I don't have!
You know, thinking about it, Zoe might actually be a better gunner.
Oh, no. Claire,
I also don't have base attack.
basically, if you're good at ranged attacks, you're good at a gunner.
Alright, I'm actually pretty good at that, so I'll be a gunner.
So,
the captain.
So what you can tell from the gunnery system right now, while the system is booting up, Mr. Intom, is you can tell that there is the gunnery system that is hooked up in the what's it called? Yeah, that place. The front of the ship, where the captain sits and the pilot sits. Bridge, yeah. So you have the gunner station in the bridge, which controls the front and aft guns.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a turret gunnery station, which controls the top and bottom turrets. The bottom turret.
The two of you can decide whether you're taking the what do you call it?
UFC 2?
The front of the ship and the back of the ship
Yeah,
gun.
he's not that old.
I think he's 5.
The stationary guns
Yeah,
are
but
the
he's a
turret
UFC
guns.
2. He's not that old.
Who wants stationary guns and who wants turret guns?
I'll take the turret gun.
No? I guess that means that I've got
No,
to
but
put
you said UFC. Every UFC is
Very well. The captain, the pilot, and the stationary
the
gunner
second
will
UFC would have been
be
back in.
breached during combat.
No.
Okay, I gotta go back. I'll be right back again.
Om and I will be acting independently of one another in our in my tool role.
Okay. Now, give me un momento.
Follow my one.
So then for the yeah, crewman roster. You have the captain or the first officer. If it's a larger ship, it would be the captain and the first officer. Otherwise, it's just the captain. Then
Look your head, Matt Brown. Like a little bit.
engineering, helm control. Okay. So you have captain, first officer, engineering, helm control, tactical operations, and science officer. Basically the same thing as the crewman station roster, but they have a few different,
Okay, crewman roster. This is for things outside of combat.
Yeah. So, like engineering and helm control.
Yeah.
Like helm control would be pilot, but that would also be navigation.
Mm-hmm.
Tactical is base
Security.
Yeah, base security. Operations is communications. And then science officer is medical. And that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys can decide that as you will.
Captain role is already obvious. I will take engineering. I suppose I will also take science officer. The Vesk will take helm control. Where are we? We have left tactical and operation. Which of you would like to be responsible for communication and security?
Which is which?
So tactical officer is security. Operations officer is communication.
Communication in what way?
As in, hello, I am not talking to you.
Basically, out of character, you know that the communications officer would basically be in charge of communication between port authorities, whenever you're getting hailed by another ship out in deep space.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Stuff like
I gotcha. I'll take operation.
Captain again.
Alright,
Just to
Mrs.
note,
Zoe, it
Mr.
appears you
Jiren,
are tactical off.
E.
though being a captain in combat is good for you. I have to check Mr. Intim real quick.
Wait, what is Captain out of combat like? What's it?
Okay, nope. Intim's still better than you. Never mind. Forget it.
What?
Well, I was trying to figure out who had the best medicine, and Intim's beating you by 1 point. So, I was going to say you might want to take Science Officer, but never mind. You can chase Captain First Officer.
I'm so confused.
You got, okay, so you got your combat stations, but then you have your out of combat stations. So like Science Officer in combat is more for someone who has computers, whereas Science Officer outside of combat would be more for like a medical officer, because of the different checks they have to make. So no one else really has medicine besides you and Intim, but Intim's beating you by 1 point. But I didn't know that, so I was going to suggest that you might want to take Science Officer. But since he already has you beat with that, you can just...
It's Victor all over again, Claire.
But you can also double up on those, like if you guys get pretty messed up in a fight and he has to worry about engineering repairs, you can jump in and get your hands dirty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you guys got that. So, I leave it to you guys. Roleplay is up to you.
Well then, We have the name of the ship, and we have our roles figured out. The rooms, or should we first be going? Because I think we should first get our flight set, and then go select rooms.
I think the ship already has quarters sorted for each room.
It does not, actually. The only one who has their own quarters is the captain.
Exactly. Which is, for the moment.
Actually, it has the captain, first officer. So technically, whoever is the first officer gets this room. Gets this room. Maybe I should...
Which room?
Hold on real quick. Oh, that's why. I should probably put this on the map layer. Hey, how about that? So first officer gets this room.
Okay.
And the captain gets this room.
Ah.
Did we ever decide who the first officer was?
No.
First officer's up to the captain to decide.
God damn it.
It's basically your, first mate.
Yeah. I did not know any of you well enough to decide that.
You don't have to have one. Small enough crew.
Right. Until we get a bigger crew, there will be no first officer.
Heard that. Malcor, first officer, on duty.
Oh god, no.
Oh
What have you
god,
done?
yes.
Melkor. I don't think you've ever fought me before.
Fought you? How would we do that?
Oh, by me hacking into all of your... taking away all of you.
Well, that's the thing you have to remember, my friend. You're an android. You are a mechanical system built to replicate and simulate a human with the mindset of a computer. Whereas me, myself, as an automated intelligence, I am given the freedom and ability to expand beyond what the human mind is capable of. So, no matter how good you can hack me, I can hack you better.
Yes, except I am human. I have better adaptation skill.
Fair point. Are you trying to challenge me as first officer, Intim?
No, I am just saying, let's not take roles, right, that have very important permissions. You are the ship. You are already very important. You don't need this role. No one needs this role right now.
Well, technically, first officer is just in charge of communicating the will of the captain. Who better to do that than someone who has automated intelligence and has operations of all the communication systems on the ship?
Speaking of the will of the captain, is there wine on the ship?
I do not believe so, Captain.
Oh boy. This is gonna be a long trip.
Preparations were not
That is
finished
what-
on this ship for any deep space flight. We were supposed to pick up supplies in Akaton, I believe.
We should probably actually go get those supplies.
Well, Captain, all you have to do is set course, and
Alright,
the pilot can do the rest.
right, coordinates for... Where were we going?
Hackathon.
Yes,
Down there.
coordinates for there. Let us... go pick up our supplies.
Alright. You guys heard the captain. I suggest everyone takes their positions. And at that, you guys see two doors open. This one and this one. And Mr. Fuzzy, since you were the first one in there, you see stairs heading up, and then the rest of the hallway seems to be the community chambers.
Red.
And as you pop up on the stairs, just so you guys know, here is the stairs. There, where Mr. Fuzzy is, nope, get back here, Fuzzy. There you go. Where Mr. Fuzzy is now is where the stairs pop out. 2 different levels on the ship.
Yeah. Woo. Right then, let's get to our stations.
Yes, sir.
I sit in my captain's chair.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit in my not captain's chair.
Whoever the helmsman is.
And
Probably.
Oh no, I'm operations.
as Trazen plops himself down in the piloting chair, he kind of glances back at you.
Right, go to the... Did we set Melkor?
Yes, sir.
Coordinates, please.
Coordinates set to Akaton. Is that correct, sir?
Yes. Yes, so they are.
So real quick, I'm moving you guys all to your assigned positions on the bow. So technically, Mr. Fuzzy is in, Intim seat. But for normal space travel, that is fine. But Fuzzy, when space combat begins, you have to run to this ladder, which drops out there, and all the way to the front of the ship. But that's just, you know, roleplay stuff. So, doesn't actually have to, like, it's not like, you know, if you get, you know, attacked and you're on the bridge, I'm not going to be like, oh, you guys are without your turret gunner for like 2 rounds. No, I'll be like, you know, Zoe patches in control while you run down for like 5 seconds. But if you guys are not on the bridge and you guys are attacked, I do turns and how long it takes you to get to your station. So if you are back here in the cargo hold in the bottom right hand corner and you have to make it all the way to the, you know, bridge, that may be a round or 2 of running to get there. You get it?
Gotcha.
Alright, just wanted to make sure we had that clear for everybody.
So where would the operation go? Just to like hail calls and stuff?
Operations would be, you could use that station. So, outside of combat, that's your station. In combat, get out of the way, because that's where Intim's going to be.
Gotcha.
Well, outside of combat, Intim, that'll be your station. Otherwise, Ohm would be either there, but you do have Ohm at the other engineering station.
Mm-hmm.
So. But yeah.
Well then.
As some calculations appear on the screen, the entirety of the ship powers up, and you hear Malkar say, "Alright, disengaging construction equipment, liberating ourselves from orbit, handing over the con. Pilot Trazen, cons are yours. Captain, on your mark."
Go ahead.
And with that, you guys start to kind of feel the momentum of the ship move forward. The engines power up, and as the engine begins to fire, engaging drift jump in 3, 2, 1. Mr. Foley, could you roll me a 1d20, please?
Roll a 7.
It takes the better part of a week for you guys to, not the better part, but a week for you guys to make it from the outer part of the system to Akaton through drift travel. You guys will have a week of downtime on the ship to do as you will. You guys will also be at level 3 when you reach Akaton. Thank you so much for everybody who came and watched. That is where we are calling the session for this evening. If all is well and good, are you guys cool to meet back here in 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have Mr. Morty back next session. He just slept in late today, had a late night last night. We understand stuff happens. Fortunately, he plays the easiest character to play, especially considering I'm the pilot in the other campaign, so I can do him in space battle as well. Next time, we will be diving into some of the lore of the Pact World and whatnot. We'll be doing that for a couple months, and then we'll be diving into some more homebrew stuff, which will be plotted around the characters themselves, specifically Fuzzy, Intim, and Zoe. They all have their own kind of little plot hooks that we'll be following. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all come back and watch the adventures of the crew of the Drake. So thank you once again. Until next time, keep rolling those die, keep role-playing, and treating yourselves and each other with utmost respect, love, and care. Could I have you all say good night, stream?
Good night, stream.
Good night, stream.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, stream. Hope you join us next time.